Hi everyone and welcome to another Stay in Touch video. Today I'd like to show you a little bit more about our Reports feature in Rover. To begin, select the sidebar menu and navigate down to Reports. From the Reports page we have three main tabs: View All Reports, Scheduled Reports, as well as Scheduled Exports. To get started, we'll look at the View All Reports. This is a list of all the reports available in Rover that your property can use to learn more about your operations, activity levels, etc. It's a good place to find information about day-to-day, future, or historical data depending on which report you're looking at. Now, a nifty feature of this page is that you have the ability to schedule reports for delivery. Scheduled reports do appear listed here. As you add scheduled reports, this number will grow. So for this property, we currently have 2 reports scheduled for regular delivery. To schedule a report, select the Schedule a Report button. The list of available reports that you can schedule will then appear. Make a selection from one of the above. After selecting a report, the schedule parameters will appear. This is where you configure what sort of information you're hoping to collect. Some of the parameters differ depending on which report you're looking at. For the departure report, we can select to view today or tomorrow's report. I'll select tomorrow's. You can also choose to see due out departures, include guest notes, reservation notes, show guests, or show VIP status reservations only. I think I'd like to include any guest notes in this, as well as reservation notes. And lastly, you can choose how you'd like this report to be sorted by. I think I'd like it to be by the guest name. Now choose Scheduled Details. How often would you like this report to repeat? I think that I'd like to see it every week. How about once a week? And you still have the option to select how often the report should repeat. Changing this value will result in the above value changing as well. When would you like this to start on? You have the option to move from today's business date or any time in the future. I'll start it for today. Select a specific time. How about midnight? And then when would you like this report to no longer repeat? I think I will be set at the end of the month. Next, choose your distribution list. Adding names to this list indicates who Rover should be sending this report to. You may want to include yourself or other team members as well. Lastly, choose Create Schedule. And as we indicated before, if you review your list of scheduled reports, we have a new report added to this list. And that's a quick overview of scheduling a report in Rover. Now, how about the Scheduled Exports page? Just like with our scheduled reports, a list of all the currently scheduled exports appears for you to review. This helps increase visibility across your team so everyone is aware which reports are currently scheduled for export. It may be helpful to point out that the items listed under the scheduled exports do not exist as standalone reports in Rover, as do some of the other reports you can click, view, export within our PMS. Those include the items listed under the scheduled reports, as well as some of the View All reports. With the Scheduled Export button, your property has the option to export the following data in the form of a CSV file or SFTP file. This is a permission-driven feature. You need to have the Scheduled Exports permission assigned to your user role in order to use this feature of the application. So, to schedule an export, simply choose the Schedule an Export button from the Scheduled Exports page and make a selection from any of the reports available to schedule. Just like with our Scheduled Reports feature, we need to set some parameters. And again, these details will vary depending on which report you're looking at. For this report, I want it to run just once. I'll have it start today. I'd like the data to begin collecting from 1 a.m. this morning. Now our distribution list. To begin, choose how you would like this information to be delivered. Email will send a CSV file to the emails listed, or you can configure SFTP exports. The SFTP export does require additional configuration. Please consult a Stay in Touch support team member for details. So for this example, I'd like to email the report to myself, as well as another colleague, and then create the schedule. But look, we already have a similar report scheduled with the same parameters. If we go back to the export reports and discard, again, you can see that we already have this item listed for schedule to run once daily. If I'd like, I can always add myself as well as my other colleague to this list and save schedule. You would also have the option to delete this export if for any reason you wanted to do away with these original settings and start a completely new export. You also have the option to run now, which will result in the export being run, and within a few minutes you should receive an export in your email or via SFTP export delivery. And that sums up the Schedule Reports and Schedule Exports feature of Rover. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much.